Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing well, and so in today's video we're going to recreate some initial decals, and it was actually asked by a person in the comment section who said to create cars of initial D from stage 2, stage 3 and stage 4. So we're going to create the cars from these three stages, and if I get a good response in this video I may make the cars from the 5th stage as well. So it's gonna be a bit long with you, but it's gonna be really fun. So sit back, relax and enjoy. So the first car for the build we have Wataru Akiyama's Toyota A8611, and although we have the A86 Reno, which is the pop-up version, not the headlamps, which is integrated one, but still we did try to recreate Wataru's Toyota A86, although like there's a lot of difference in terrain. 11 terrain as pop-up LEDs and 11 as interior ones, but still the body is actually the same and the shape of the car is same. Only difference comes is the front end. So for the body kit, I'm going to use the original lap front bumper, and for the rear spoiler we're going to use the original lap spoiler, which is this one, which is a small hood lip. We're going to leave the rear bumper stock, and as for the side skirt we're going to go with the original lap one, which is this. And next we gotta do, since the Toyota A8611 is stock engine, but it is a bit tuned and it has a turbocharger, so we're going to go with a single turbo. And next for the wheels, since this is the stage 2 build, so it has different wheels in stage 2 and different wheels in stage 4. For stage 2 we're going to go with these, which are Fixie FM/10 wheels, which are these one, to make them a bit big. And lastly we're going to go is upgrade the turbos. And here's the car looks like after all the bodywork and the wheels customization, and here this is how it looks. Now remember, this is not the same version as the 11 one, it's the 20 one, but still it matches exactly the same. Only difference is the front grille, and it does not have pop-up headlights, it has integrated headlights. So this is how the car looks like. So the next car for our build is from the stage 3, and it's another Toyota, and as you can see it's a Toyota GT Celica 4-star, which is the S12 ST205 version, and we're going to create Mickey's Celica GT4. So for that, I guess everything is stock. Only thing we gotta do is change the side skirts. We're going to go with these Yaris side skirts, which are these. This is only the bodywork which we're going to do, because the rest of everything is stock. Although the car has a different spoiler, but it does not have that one. And as for the wheels, we're going to go in these. And yes, we're going to choose these wheels, which are the MotoGP Racing Tracklight 2.0, and we're going to make them a bit big. And there we go, this is how the car looks like after applying the small side skirt and wheels and the color. So yeah, this is Mickey's Toyota Celica GT4s. Now the next build of our car is from the stage 4, which is Atsura Kawai's R3 Skyline, which is the GTS version, not the GTR one. And you may ask that I have not created the Kai Kogashiwa's Toyota MR2 because I don't have a Toyota MR2 because in the 2004. So we're going to go in the stage 4 build, and there's not many cars from the stage 2 and stage 3 we can be created, like for example the Mitsubishi E03 or the Mitsubishi E04. But as we know, we don't have the GTS version, but we do have the R34 Skyline version, which is the GTR. So for that, we're going to go in bodywork, and we're going to go with a flat front bumper, although it's not the same bumper, but it removes the GTR logo from the grille. And the rear spoiler is going to be same. For the sides rear bumper, we're going to go with the Nismo rear bumper, and for the side skirt, we're going to go with the Nismo side skirts. Next, for the wheels, we're going to go in the 5 spokes one. and we're going to choose these ones which are a bit inside, and we're going to make them a bit big. And the final thing which we're going to go is change the drivetrain of the car. We're going to make a rear-wheel drive because the R34, it's the GTS model, not the GTR, so we're going to make a rear-wheel drive. And there we go, we're done with the bodywork. And there we go, after doing the bodywork and changing the wheel, this is how the car looks like. In my opinion, it matches exactly the same, although we do not have the same front bumper. It'd rather have two big fog lights, which it does not have, but we don't have the GTS version of the Skyline, we have the GTR, so I have to make a rear-wheel drive, but here we go. This is how the car looks like. This car for our build is basically thorough switch as Mazda MX-5 NA Miata, which is the first gen Mazda RX7. So for this build, we're going to go in the body kit section. We're going to leave everything stock. Only thing we gotta change is change the rear spoiler, which is going to be racing big one, and we're going to choose this. Although the front bumper is stock, it does have small, fog lamps in the grille, which is the lower grille, which is towards the indicator, and that's it. And for the wheels, we're going to change to the 7-spoke wheels. For those, we're going to choose these wheels, which are Roja Motorsports R2-7, these wheels. And we're not going to make them big, they're exactly the same size. And there we go, we're done with the bodywork of the car. And this is how the car looks like. Here we go, let me just open the pop-up headlamps of the car. And there we go, this is how the car looks like. In my opinion, it's totally a stock build. Only things which are changed in the car was the rear spoiler and of course the wheels, and of course the exhaust on the back was a bit big, I guess. And there were small fog lamps on the grille, which is the intercooler grille. Other than that, the build is totally the same. The Miata was, the MX-5 was hardtop, and yeah, there we go. So next car for our build is Race Case Takahashi's Mazda RX7 FC RX7. So it is in Forza Horizon we have the 1990 Mazda RX7, the Savannah version of the Mazda RX7. So for this, in the body stick kits for the front bumper, we're going to go with the Mazda Speed one, and as for the rear spoiler, we're going to go with the Cork spoke one, and as for the side skirts, we're going to leave the side skirt stock, and for the wheels, we're going to go in these, and we're going to choose these wheels, which are the Rochform LLW, or basically, as you can say, the Ratnaber wheels. And there we go, we're done with the body work. And this is how the car looks like after applying the body work. Here, let me just open the pop-up headlights. And yeah, there we go. This is Race Case Takahashi's Mazda RX7 FC RX7, the FC version, which is the second generation RX7. Although there is only single exhaust in the cartoon, but we cannot change the exhaust of the car, so we are only showing one. Other than that, the carbon matches exactly the same. It looks exactly good. It looks really great. Although it does have different mirrors, but here we go. That's how the car looks like. Now the next car for our build is Daiki's NINO Mia's Honda Civic Type R, which is the EK9 version of the Civic Type R, which is from the around, I guess, 1995 or 1994. So for that, we're going to go for the body kit, and for body kit we're going to go with the Civic front bumper, or with the charge speed one, because charge speed one looks exactly the same. We're going to go with the charge speed bumper. As for the rear spoiler, we're going to go with the IB Hard Design Street rear ring. And as for the wheels, we're going to go in this section. I'm going to choose 6-speed wheels, which are going to be these one, which are Body Club P1 Racing QP. And we're done with the body color work. And this is how the car looks like after applying the body kit and the color of the car. In my opinion, it looks really great. And although the car has the spoon front bumper and the rear mirror spoiler, but in Forza Horizon 4 we don't have the spoon front bumper, so yeah, this is how the car looks like. So the next car for our build is Smiley Sakai's Honda Civic Integra Type R, but in Forza Horizon 4 we have the Acura Integra Type R, which are basically both the same cars. The only difference between the both Integra are the Honda Integra have rather the, you know, kind of rectangular shape front headlamps, and it looks really beautiful as compared to the Acura Integra has those small rear looking two circle headlamps in front of those. But it doesn't matter because both cars are same, and although we don't have much for the customization for this, we're going to go and equip the turbo for this car, which is single turbo since the Integra in the cartoon is turbo. And as for the rims, we're going to go with these rims, which are the NK Tarmac Evo rims. And there we go, we are done with the body work since there's not much customization for the Smiley Sakai's Integra Type R. And this is how the car looks like after doing the all bodywork and changing the wheels. In my opinion, it matches exactly the same from the cartoon counterpart. The only difference is the Acura Integra Type R in the game, and in the cartoon it's the Honda Integra Type R. So it's basically, the only difference is of that of front end, while the headlamps and the grille, although it's the same car, it has the same engine and same horsepower output. And the only difference is the Acura Type R only sold in is for the US market. So yeah. Okay, so the next car for our build is that of Tonayuki Tachi's Honda Civic Type R, which is the EK9, of course the same version which was of the Daiki's Nimonayo's EK9. So for that, we're going to go in the front bumpers or the body kits. For that, we're going to choose the Civic front bumper. And as for the spoiler, we're going to go with this, which is the Jung straight rear wing. And as for the rims, we're going to go in this section and we're going to choose the 5-spoke rims, which are these, and we're going to make it a bit big. And here we go, we're done with the body work. And this is how the car looks like. In my opinion, it looks really good, but it has the same issue, which is that it does not have the spoon body kit or the front bumper. Other than that, it looks really sick. It matches the car the same, the wheels as well. And yeah, this is Tonayuki's Honda Civic Type R. So the next car in our build is Kaiokeiwa's Mazda RX7, but I'm going to use the 2002 Mazda Spirit A version because it has the better customization rather than the normal RX7 FD. So for the body kit for front bumper, we're going to go with the Jung Sport front bumper. For the spoiler, we're going to go with take the spoiler stock. And as for the side skirt, we're going to go with the C-West. Although it has the normal body kit, but it has side skirt, so we're going to go with C-West one. And as for the rims, we're going to go with these rims, which are Rochal J-Point SPL rims. Make them a bit big. This is how the car looks like after applying the body kit. Here, let me just open the pop-up headlights. So here we are. This is Kyoko's Mazda RX7. I will agree that it does not match exactly the same, but this is the best I can do since the customization limitation in the Forza 4. And of course the wheels does not match exactly the same, but these are the wheels which I could find best which match. So here we are. This is Kyoko's Mazda RX7. Okay, so the next car for our build is Ikawa's Mitsubishi E05. Although we don't have the Lancer E05 in Forza 4, but we have the Lancer Evolution 6 CSR, which is almost basically the same looking car. For this build, we're going to go and leave the front bumper stock. As for the, we're going to leave the rear spoiler stock as well, and the only thing we're going to do is go choose the Yaris hood. And for the wheels, we're going to choose these 6-spoke wheels. Which will be these one, which are Tenso R DC6 V1. And there we go, we are done with the bodywork. This is how the car looks. And this is how the car looks like after applying the bodywork. Although there is nothing much to apply, and although it's E06 and in cartoon it's basically E05, but in my opinion both cars are basically same looking. They're nothing that much difference. So yeah, this Ikawa's Mitsubishi E05 or E06 as you can call it in-game. This car of our build is Ichigo's Mitsubishi E06, so it's a good thing since we have a Mitsubishi E06. And for the build, we're going to go in bodywork, and for the body kit, we're going to use the Mitsubishi front bumper, which is the second option. And as for the rear spoiler, we're going to remove the rear spoiler since it doesn't have any spoiler. And the hood is same, and the rims are stock as well. So we're done with the bodywork, and here we are. This is how the car looks like. In my opinion, it's one of the best looking cars, and in my opinion, it's one of those cars which match exactly the same from the cartoon. Other than the fact which it has a big exhaust in the back as compared to the one in the game, and this is how the car looks like. In my opinion, this is one of the cars which matches exactly the same, and yeah, it looks really great. And of course, it's a Mitsubishi Evo. Okay, so the next car in our build list is Dr. Toshiya Joshima's Godhand's Honda S2K, and it's going to be a really simple build. For this, we're going to go in the rear spoiler. I'm going to use the GS Racing rear ring, and for the rear bumper, we're going to choose the Body Club straight rear bumper since it has single exhaust. Although in the cartoon it's the stock Honda bumper with a single exhaust, but we're good with this one. And as for the hood, we're going to go with the Mugen Power straight hood. And as for the rear wheels, we're going to go with in this section, and we're going to choose these wheels, which are Work CRKI wheels. And there we go. Here's how the car looks like. In my opinion, it looks really great. It's also one of the best matching cars I could ever build in Forza 4, except the fact that it has the stock Honda rear bumper with a single exhaust. But yeah, this is how the car looks like. In my opinion, it looks really cool car and one of my favorite GT cars, because of course it's a rear-wheel drive and it's a roadster. And more than that, it has the Honda engine, which is the famous VTEC engine. So for the next build of our car, we have Koza Hoshimo's Godfoot's Nissan Skyline Artificial GTR. So it's gonna be one more simple build. For this, we're going to front bumper, and we're going to choose the Nismo front bumper. And for the rear bumper, we're going to choose the Nismo one as well. And as for the side skirt, we're going to choose the Nismo one. And as for the wheels, we're going to go in this section, and we're going to choose the 3-spoke one, which is the Super Advanced Racer version 2. And there we go. And there we go. This is how the Nissan Skyline will look like. In my opinion, it's also one of the easiest builds in this game, and of course it matches exactly the same from the cartoon counterpart, although it has a big exhaust as compared to the stock factory ones. And if you have noticed, it does not have the GTR logo on the grille, so that's the only thing. Other than that, it looks really cool and it matches exactly the same. So here we are, finally we are at our last build of the video, I think. And for the last and final build you guys were waiting for, and it's Takumi Fujiwara's Toyota E06 Terreno. And for this, I'm not going to engine swap the car because we does not have the engine which is swapped in the car in the cartoon series. Although we're going to make it naturally aspirated. And For the body kit, we're going to go in front bumper, and we're going to use the Forza front bumper, which is the Forza Forestry front bumper. Now that's it. And for the wheels, we're going to these, and we're going to choose the Rotiform LMW, or basically you can just call them the Watanabe wheels. And there we are done with the body work. And here we are, this is how the car looks like. Let me just open the pop-up headlights, and of course the iconic fog lamps. And of course this is one of the best builds in Forza 4. You can make this, you can recreate. It looks exactly the same, except the fact you gotta add the sticker on the side, which means Fujiwara top shop. And of course, if you're doing the 5th or the 4th stage build, we're gonna add the color to the whole. Other than that, it looks exactly the same. It looks absolutely fabulous. Well, look like guys, we are at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I agree, this is a bit of a longer video, of course, because it has a lot of builds, but I really enjoyed the video. I had really fun making these builds, creating the iconic cars from this iconic cartoon. So till the next video.